Hey, what's up, YouTube? I am Frogman Lauger. Got another episode of the Frogman's Findings coming at you. Kind of a weird video today. Got a little bit of everything. Um, some stuff going in my collection, some stuff not. Some stuff will be available. So I will kind of go over that as we get into it. Quick overview for those of you that have been kind of keeping up. I was at 190 games in here before everything today, and 27 or 28 of those are complete in box. Now, for those of you that are maybe new to the channel or have been following along and are curious, I'm at about 130 of the games I used to own that I need to reacquire. Now, still working on that. Really happy about the fact that I got, almost 100 of them knocked off in around 6 months. I did not expect that at all when I started recollecting back in April. So I'm gonna get into it here. A guy out of the Iowa Retro Gamer Nation by the name of Rob. He's over at nestdepot.com. Had posted up a bunch of stuff he had just gotten into his shop. Said it was all available for purchase, trade, things like that. And I sent him a message. I'm like, hey, I don't have a whole lot. Here are the games I've got. Are you interested in any of them? And he's like, yeah, I'd take Wheel of Fortune, Hide Glide, and Rad Racer 2. So I looked up their value, and I looked through his list, and I found a couple things that I was really interested in. First off, I picked Tom and Jerry. Hadn't really seen that one out where I had a chance to get it before I knew it was out there. It's not an overly valuable game, just been one I hadn't really seen, so I picked it up when I had the chance. Kind of looking forward to actually giving it a shot. And then I picked up Deadly Towers. Now, I haven't played this one, so I don't know what it's like. Probably give it a shot here soon. Depending on if I can get a decent setup to do so, I might do a video of my first time playing it, amongst other games I have yet to try. Anyway, I'm thinking about doing that. If you guys might be interested in that kind of a video, let me know. Drop me a line in the comments. So, thank you for those, Rob over at nestdepot.com. Now, on the Deadly Towers, I almost picked it up down at Half Price Books. I had seen it there. I'd seen it sitting there. They wanted like $9 or $10 for it, and I'm like, first I almost bought it, and then I'm like, well, I better check the value. And I looked it up, and it's like a $4 game or something like that. I couldn't justify spending that much overvalue for it. And now I end up picking it up in my collection. So really happy by that. Thank you, Rob. One more time. Next, made a deal with a gentleman out of the Nintendo Buy-Sell Trade Group. His name's Alfredo. I had been kind of hesitant about what to do with that gold Zelda 2 I had. And I decided to trade it away. I know I've got a better copy. I know I can come across a better copy if I can't find the one I actually own. So I decided to trade it away. Gave him kind of a discount based on the condition of the cart and stuff. But he had some stuff up that he was selling. And I picked up the manual to Yoshi's Cookie. Looks to be in pristine shape. And the manual to Yoshi. Went with those two. partially I needed both of them, and the other part was it does complete out Yoshi for me. So I think I'm now up to 28 or 29 complete inbox games after that, something like that. The side note on that gold Zelda 2, I don't know what method anybody else uses. If you've got a better one, let me know. But I use the 90% rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip. Put the rubbing alcohol on. You put the rubbing alcohol, on the Q-tip and go back and forth across the pins with the wet side and then the dry side. And that's how I always clean my carts. I can normally get most games clean with one, maybe two Q-tips on a bad game. This gold Zelda cart took 4. I was really surprised. I thought for sure, I was beginning to think it wasn't going to come clean. I wouldn't be able to make the deal. But it did. It worked great once I was done. If anybody's got a better method that doesn't involve, taking the cartridge apart because I don't have tools, let me know. Drop me a line in the comments. Always looking for a better way to do things. So if anybody knows of anything, let me know. Next, I did a trade with a gentleman out of the Iowa Retro Gamer Nation. Goes by Musty Hobbit here on YouTube. This is not my first deal, obviously. I've mentioned him quite a few times. He is my go-to Xbox guy. I think this is like the 4th just Xbox trade I've done with him just since I've done these videos. So I sent him all those Xbox games that were in my last video, and he sent me back Rampage, which I do have the manual for, still need the box to complete, and Ivan Iron Man Stewart's Super Off-Road. It says 4-player simultaneous action. I have not tried that. I believe, yes, I do have the Nest satellite 4-plug thing. So I could give it a shot. I just haven't. But I do have the boxing manual for that. Really excited to complete that one out. Adding that in puts me at 29 or 30, I believe, complete inbox games. I will have an update on that in my next video. But that's not all he sent me. He also sent me the manual to Double Dragon 3. It looks to be in amazing shape. And not just the manual, but the poster. And I remember the posters from when I was a kid and stuff. This has got some interesting stuff on it. It does have Double Dragon 2, I see. Bigfoot, which I know I own. Total Recall, Knight Rider. It's got some Game Boy games on here. It's got something called the Nintendo Double Player System. 2 controllers for wireless head-to-head action. I've never seen it. That is very interesting. It is right there. If anybody has any information about that, drop me a line in the comments. I'm kind of curious now. I had never noticed that before on any of the other posters. But it's also been a few years since I've looked at them. So that was that trade. That is all the Nest stuff I have in this video. That will put me at 194 games in this collection, down to around 129, I think, of games I've previously owned. So thank you, Musty, for that. Now, next up, I went to a garage sale on my way to the post office to mail out that trade with Musty. And wouldn't you know it, I found more Xbox stuff. And these are kind of interesting. I picked up NCAA 2005. Well, the case. When I opened it, it had not only Madden 2005 in it, but also Madden 2006 in it. thought that was strange, but for the price she was asking, I couldn't pass that up. Then there was a copy of NBA Ballers, but when you open it, it's got the manual, but it's got the game for 50-cent bulletproof. Again, with the price she was asking, I couldn't pass it up. And then there was NCAA 2003. This one actually does have the right game and manual in it. So some of those are potentially traded to Musty Hobbit. The rest will be available if anybody is interested. Got done picking those up from her, and I asked her, I'm like, I told her I was really more looking for the older stuff, the retro stuff, and she did have something that I couldn't pass up, especially for the price she offered me. It's kind of rough, but it is a copy of Donkey Kong Country 3. Now, I have not tested this particular copy out yet. I believe I own the player's guide to that. It is going to go into my Super Nintendo collection. For those of you that have been following along, for Super Nintendo stuff right now, I am only worried about collecting the stuff I want or might play. I think my collection is currently at about 5 Super Nintendo games, something like that right now. Adding this in will make 6, I believe. But that is going to go into my collection. If I do come across a better copy, it will be up for trade. But that's not the only thing I was able to pick up over the weekend. The last thing I picked up, there was somebody in one of the groups, I don't remember who, and I can't seem to find the post. So if anybody knows who it is, tag me in it. Send them a message, send them my way, whatever. It is Crash Teams Racing for PlayStation. It is the game. I have yet to test this out. Funny story about how I picked it up was at a thrift store in a town about an hour away from me. I used to hit that store when I lived in that town almost daily. And back when I was doing this, that would have been between, 2003 and 2007 or 8. I don't know if it was their pricing person or if they hired somebody younger or what, I don't know. Their pricing went from being just cheap and moving stuff to, at least on the video games, ridiculous, in my opinion. I used to go in there and get, complete in-box Nintendo games for 50 cents or $1, depending on the day. Or find a box with a system, a bunch of controllers, and I think the one time it was a Super Nintendo system, a bunch of controllers. I know Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and I think a bunch of other games, like 6, 7 games or more, for like $5 or something like that. They used to be really, really cheap because everything was donation. Now you're lucky if you can find a cheap PS2 game for $5, like a PS2 sports title or something like that. So I was looking around and I was just about ready to give up. And they had back with their CDs is where I found this, and it was reasonably priced, so I picked it up. But I know somebody was just looking for it. So if anybody knows who that particular person was in one of these groups, send them my way. I would like to get it to somebody who'd appreciate it. So yeah, those are my pickups. Like I said, up to 194 in here. Like, comment, subscribe. If you guys, like I said, have any better cleaning tips, let me know. If you guys have any tips for my videos, let me know. If you see something you're interested in trading for. I know there's not a whole lot here that was available. or if you have stuff you think I might be interested in, let me know. Depending on what you're looking to get back, maybe I'll pull something out of my collection to make that trade, or maybe we can work something out. Always willing to make a deal. So once again, I want to thank everybody that I got stuff from. Rob over at NestDepot.com. Alfredo out of the Nintendo Buy Sell Trade Group. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time saying that today. And Musty Hobbit, also out of the Iowa Retro Gamer Nation. Thank you guys. I can't believe I am closing on the 200 game mark in just 6 months. So thank you to those guys and everybody else that has helped me build this into what it has been. I do have some other stuff coming in the mail, so keep an eye out for my next video. Till next time.